everybody, how's it going? If you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at the Redragon H510 Zeus-X Wireless headset. This is their flagship, best wireless headset that they have. This is kind of their #1 best seller. And so we're going to be looking at that today. We got a chance for them to send it over. It's absolutely fantastic. There's some highlights to it. There are some negatives, so stay tuned for those. Just some things that I would like to see maybe in a later revision that could better benefit the headset itself. But guys, sit back, relax. We're going to go through it all. And so let's get into it. Alright, and here we are, the Redragon Zeus-X Wireless headset. Alright, so this thing is, again, as I mentioned, their flagship headset. And here's the information on the back if you guys want to pause or zoom in on it. It normally runs $74.99, but it does and is currently $69.99. But if you run any of the sales, which they run all the time, you can get it down to $54 as it is right this moment. And we do have some of the specs here on the side, some of the controls that you have, and some of the stuff that's in there. Now, some of the other specifications in there to make note of are, it is a 20-ish hour battery life that's in it. That does depend if you're using the RGB, the sound level, everything kind of all throughout there, but expect about 20 hours. You do have the 7.1 virtual surround sound. Of course, it does have those RGB effects that I mentioned based off the battery. You can change it between red, blue, green, purple, and rainbow. It does have a lot of compatibility when it comes to it. It basically runs on everything, whether if that's USB, or if it's wired, wireless, or if you plug in the 3.5, which it does have. And also on top of that, when it comes to the speakers and the microphone itself, for those people who are out there who are audio people, the microphone itself does have a 100 to 10,000 hertz on its frequency response. The headphones themselves has a give or take 20 to 20,000 response on the headphone speakers itself, which is about normal. But considering that can range wildly, because most headphones do say they have that, they do have their speaker frequency response very specifically saying 50 to 20,000. So you might lose out a little bit on the low end, but from my experience with these headphones and using them for multiple weeks, daily driving them, honestly, the low ends are fantastic compared to a lot of headsets. And honestly, it's kind of the most bassy that I have, so do take that with a grain of salt. It's not super bassy, but it does have some kick. Now, lastly to note, you do have the 53mm speakers themselves, and you do have a durable fabric that they use for it, which so far has been durable for me. I do like the headband the most, which does have a bit of foam in the top, and so it is nice and soft, and the fabric is really nice when it sits on your head. But we'll go more in depth on that as we get further on into the video as we look at those things. Now let's go ahead and get this guy out of the box. And I love how they have the open from here, so you don't have to worry about which side you're doing it from or ripping the box. Inside of here, you get what you would know and love. You do have the manual. You have those glorious Redragon stickers that you would fully expect with every Redragon product that you get. Here on top, we do have the little box, which does have some extra goodies in it, which we'll get into in just a second. And then we do have the headset itself and the USB dongle for the wireless capabilities that it has. And we'll just double check under here, and nope, nothing else. So nothing else hidden, and this is the contents that you get with the headphones. Now, of course, we do have to go over that extra little goodie box that we have. And inside of here, we do have that 3.5mm cable and the USB cable that do come with it. We do get a cable strap, which is kind of nice, just so you can tie it up. First time getting one of these things. It is a little small, but it is a nice little addition. And of course, as I mentioned, these stickers that Redragon gives out, always the small, medium, and large with it. Always love these because, you know, if they fall off, you do get some replacements. Also inside, this is that USB-A to USB-C cable. It's not braided or anything, but it is just your standard charge cable. Now, when it comes to braided, the 3.5mm is braided, and fancily, we got the big bucks coming out. We have gold-plated tips. So that is a little nice extra feature, and you won't have to worry about it tangling up with that braided cable that it is. And again, here's that little cable tie that I was talking about. It's not bad. It's a little thin, but I mean, it'll do what it needs to do. So if you do need to shorten the cable or tie something up afterwards, you don't need to get back those plastic ones back out. And here's that USB receiver. We do have some of the information on the back if you want to get the name, the model, and everything to go with it. And then lastly, our favorite part, the manual. Now, this isn't a book, but it's not that big. I normally give a ding with these little road maps, but it's not big, so it's like a half-point ding. So it's still okay. It's well diagrammed. It has important information on how to change different features. The audio ports, the USB-C. Again, pause for reference if you need this for in the future. It does have the specifications in there. And everything with the microphone and the speakers themselves, plus the controls for the entire headset. So this is useful. It's all in one page. And then if you have it on the back, it's all in one page again, but somehow smaller, but still all on one side. So not bad. I'm not upset about it, but I would definitely love to see a booklet because it looks like a booklet. But we do have the end result, the thing you've come here for. We do have the headset here. Now, I do see that the microphone is tucked up underneath it, and I do see that the headphones, one, they come together, two, they have a really nice swivel, which for you humans out there, our ears do not point in one direction. They need some pivot with the headphones to sit properly, so that is a nice thing to see. We do have the audio jack down here on the bottom for that 3.5 millimeter. We do have the volume controls up and down. Then we have the RGB controls here on the back as well. Now switching to the other side here, we do have the USB-C for charging. We do have the power button. Then we have the 7.1 surround sound button, which in my experience has been super nice. It is rather good considering it's software. I do recommend it. I've done a Dolby Digital video on YouTube and you can tell the difference. But again, I do love the swivel. I do love that they add the extra detail here in the ear cups. Now, of course, depending on who you are and if you're sweaty ears, that may peel off, but these cups are super thick and they're super, super plushy. So I do quite enjoy these. And the fact that they grip so hard on my head, they are really nice. They do sit nicely. They don't hang on your head with all the weight because they do grip onto your head. Another nice feature are the cables on the headset here. They are braided. So with that in mind, it is nice. And then on the side, it does have, up here on the top, that nice cloth material and that foam. Again, it does sit on you. It doesn't press in. It doesn't have a weird bulge. Now here, we'll go ahead and turn this on. And you guys get to see some of the RGB. Now this is the rotating rainbow, but again, you can change this to a solid color, such as red, if you want. Or you can have blue, green, or purple. Or, you know, it's purple to me. It could be pink to someone else, but it's definitely purple. And then again, the full back to the RGB rainbow effect. Now, one thing I'd like to note here with this microphone where it is positioned out front, it is nice, and it is something that if you're going to use the headset itself for the microphone, it is convenient. Now, if you're not going to use that, it is a bit of an issue. As I use something else to do with my audio, it is in the way. I have yet to find a way to position that besides just sticking it next to me and not using it. One thing I would love to see coming out into the future, if there's a revision 2, would be to where that microphone could be detached. That would be fantastic. Another key note to add is the headset itself. I would love to see if it had a couple extra notches. Now for me, when it's on my head, it is at full notches, all the way fully extended, and it sits perfectly. But for if anybody has any bigger heads, it will be uncomfortable and it'll be a little bit too short. So I think if you could see just 2, maybe 3 extra notches in there, I think maybe that would extend a little bit, and so you could, really fine tune and dial that into your perfect height for those headphones as well. Now next, we're going to be going into the audio testing, where we're going to be taking this headset and trying out the microphone, seeing how it sounds regularly. We're going to be putting it up against the thing that you've been hearing this entire time, just so you have a good reference point We're also going to be throwing it through SteelSeries sonar to see with a little bit of post-processing, a little bit of extra AI magic, how that's going to sound, to where if you can enhance that in any way, shape, or form. So let's check it out. All right, and we're going to be going over to the mic comparison. This is the Mayano PD400, my XLR mic that you normally hear me use. This is our baseline here. This is with SteelSeries sonar as well to bring up a little bit of the fidelity of it. But we will be switching over to the Redragon here, and we will use that as our comparison to kind of see how that sounds. And now we are swapped over to the Redragon. Yeah, you're missing a lot of lows. The highs are a little there. It's very tinny. So you are missing a whole lot there. Next, we will swap over. We're going to do the SteelSeries sonar side with the Redragon, so you can hear, if you get the headset and you do a little bit of post-processing in real time with AI, what that's going to sound like. And now we've officially swapped over to that, and so you get a lot more lows. They're back. They're more matching what they should. Problem is, it still sounds a little tinny. But that's okay, considering this is just a microphone that's on a headset. That sounds fantastic. But again, I'll let you guys be the judge with your ears and how you're hearing this. Just be sure to use the best headphones you can so you can hear the best comparison as you can. But without that out of the way, let's go ahead and slide back to the main video, and let's go ahead and check out the sound meter portion to see just how loud each of these buttons are. All right. And that was the sound test for the microphone. You guys can be the judge of it. I think, obviously, it sounds okay. It's definitely a microphone, and it definitely works. Throwing it through SteelSeries sonar, you definitely get a little bit extra oomph with it. You get those lows that are brought back into it, and it definitely clears it up a little bit extra. And so, definitely worth doing. Throwing it through SteelSeries, if you don't, that's okay as well. Again, people will hear you. It is clear, but may not sound the best. But next, we're going to be going over and checking out how loud all the buttons are. Going to go check all those things out along with the weight. So let's check that out as well. All right, we're starting out with the sound meter here, so you can see just how loud everything is. Just using the general room ambience. Just waiting for it to equalize out. Now we can try those buttons. Nothing really going over 45. It does itch up to 50, and that is okay. Definitely not the loudest headset we have seen, or loudest anything. Again, just barely going over that 50 mark. And so, not too bad. You will hear the clicks in your ear, and that's okay. But it's definitely not the loudest thing, but you definitely will know that you hit the button. And now let's check out the weight. We do have just over 10 ounces. And again, it is not super heavy. I do like it. The weight is really nice and lightweight. And the fact that the way it's shaped, it grips onto your head, definitely assists with everything with it. So it doesn't have too much weight on your head, and you don't get that weird headset divot in your head or hair. And so I do like it, and it does sit very, very nicely for easily 8 hours plus. But guys, overall, the headset has been fantastic. I have daily drove the thing for multiple weeks now. I use it for work. The headset itself sounds great. One note that I have seen when charging this thing is it does take about 3 hours to fully charge. You can use it while it's charging. So if you do notice that you are getting low, as long as you have a good enough charger to go with it, you can still use it and it will still charge. You can keep going a little bit longer. So if you catch that ahead of time, you can just keep going, and then when it gets charged, you can just unplug the thing. But definitely the microphone itself, to me, is probably the weakest point. To one, its sound. Two, it's not able to be detached. I would love to be able to see that detached, or maybe some upgradable components, maybe better mics that you could purchase and just be able to plug that in and go. Definitely something that I hadn't seen a lot of headsets do, but I would love that. That's a possibility that they could do. But overall, definitely gets a thumbs up. Aside from if you don't like the mic right there next to you, again, you could turn it down or turn it up, but it will kind of be in your peripheral vision. Like I said, that's the only downside. So if you're going to use the microphone, by all means, go for it. If you're not, just be aware of that. I use it anyways, and so I have found that getting used to it, there's not a problem with it, so just keep that in mind. But guys, check out the link down in the description. Everything is down there. You can go straight to it on Amazon or over to the Redragon website. It does help support the channel, so I do appreciate it if you do click that link. And if you do like it, feel free to go ahead and purchase that. It does help me out and tells Redragon that I'm doing a good job. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Like it. And don't forget to comment. If you have any questions, feel free to reach back out to me through the comments, and I'll be happily able to answer them if I can. Again, it's some things I may not be able to answer. I don't have some consoles, but they do say it is supported, so just keep that in mind. But thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys here on the next one.